What if I told you British politics just changed overnight? Rupert Lowe's explosive Restore Britain revelation isn't just talk. Insiders say it could flip Parliament on its head and rewrite the next election. Welcome to Power and Policy UK, your front row seat to the moves, motives and power plays shaping Britain's future. We break down the headlines, decode the strategy, and give you the insight mainstream media won't. If it shifts Westminster, you'll hear it here first.
Ooh. British politics may have just experienced one of its most unexpected twists in recent memory. Rupert Lowe has stepped forward with a bold declaration that is sending shockwaves across Westminster and beyond. His Restore Britain message isn't just another slogan in an already noisy political landscape. It's being framed by supporters as the beginning of a political reset that could reshape the national conversation ahead of the next election cycle.
For those who have followed his journey, Lowe is no stranger to high-stakes politics. A former member of the European Parliament and a prominent voice in the post-Brexit era, he has consistently positioned himself as a figure willing to challenge establishment consensus. Now, with this latest revelation, he appears to be doubling down on that image. The timing is critical. With public frustration mounting over economic pressures, migration debates, public service strain, and trust in traditional parties declining, the ground feels fertile for disruptive political movements. At the heart of this development is a renewed alignment with Reform UK, a party that has steadily grown its presence by capitalizing on voter dissatisfaction with both Conservative and Labour leadership. Restore Britain, according to insiders, is not simply campaign branding. It is being pitched as a structured political roadmap focused on sovereignty, border enforcement, tax reform, and a significant reduction in what Lowe describes as bureaucratic overreach. Supporters argue it represents clarity in an era of political ambiguity. Critics, however, warn that bold rhetoric must be matched with credible policy detail. What makes this moment particularly dramatic is the scale of the claim. Lowe is not merely proposing adjustments, he is suggesting that British politics stands at a crossroads. Sources close to the movement indicate that behind-the-scenes organizing has been underway for months. Strategic recruitment, digital mobilization, and targeted constituency outreach have reportedly been building momentum quietly. If accurate, this could explain why the announcement felt less like a spontaneous declaration and more like the unveiling of a carefully prepared political operation. Inside UK Parliament, reactions have been mixed. Some lawmakers privately dismiss the initiative as headline-driven politics designed to energize a core base. Others, however, are said to be watching polling data closely. In a fragmented political environment, even a modest shift in voter alignment can tip marginal constituencies. And in Britain's first-past-the-post system, momentum in just a handful of districts can change the entire national outcome. The phrase, "make British political history," may sound dramatic, but it reflects a broader truth about the current climate. Traditional party loyalty has weakened, voters are more volatile, more issue-driven, and more willing to shift allegiances than at any point in recent decades. If Restore Britain succeeds in channeling that volatility into organized electoral gains, it could alter coalition math, influence policy negotiations, or at the very least force major parties to recalibrate their platforms. There is also the media factor. Political narratives today are shaped not only in Parliament but across digital platforms. Viral clips, rapid response commentary, and grassroots online activism can accelerate movements in ways that were impossible 20 years ago. Lowe's team appears keenly aware of this dynamic, leveraging sharp messaging and direct-to-camera appeals that bypass traditional gatekeepers. That strategy alone marks a modern evolution in how insurgent political campaigns operate. Still, the biggest question remains: can rhetoric translate into votes? Bold declarations capture attention, but sustained political impact requires organization, funding, candidate quality, and voter turnout. The coming months will test whether this revelation represents a genuine shift in the British political landscape or simply another dramatic chapter in an already turbulent era. One thing is certain: British politics is no longer predictable. With rising public frustration and a growing appetite for alternatives, movements that once seemed peripheral now find themselves at the center of national debate. Whether Restore Britain becomes a historic turning point or a fleeting headline, the announcement has undeniably injected fresh energy and fresh uncertainty into the race for Britain's future. Thanks for watching Power and Policy UK. If you want sharp analysis without the spin, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next political earthquake. The power game never stops, and neither do we.